Hello everyone, today I'm going to be checking out some fantasy miniatures from Bad Squiddo as I look at a Halfling Thief and Halfling Mage. Okay, so looking at some of Bad Squiddo's Halflings, sculpted by Paul Hicks. This little blister contains a Thief and a Mage. And if I pop it open, flip it over, we have Annie's manifesto / history, who Bad Squiddo are. If you're unaware, Annie started off by, I believe, crocheting dice bags, not knitting, but I could be wrong. It might have been knitted. And then after years of that, moved into actually putting together her own range of miniatures, focusing on realistic female figures. I remember she started by selling essentially saga packs, where she would create war bands from plastic sprues. So you'd buy multiple boxes and then break them up into the relevant sprues for a war band, so you weren't getting extra. And then from there started adding female fighters to the saga forces. And after that, it was originally a curated collection of bringing stuff in to sell before taking the step to actually getting her own range developed. And has been working with a whole host of partners over the years to increase the range and diversity of not just the figures, but the genre that they inhabit. A lot of fantasy, because it's obviously the best. But then there's also World War II is in there, and medieval historics and Middle Ages and Victoriana, all sorts of things. So we have here two itty bitty little tiny halflings, sculpted by Paul Hicks and cast in resin. No bases with them, so you can put your own lovely 20mm square base on there. But we have a Halfling Thief, which is adorable. Looks like the Halfling Thief is actually carrying a bollock dagger as well, which you don't see often, but that's a way to add insult to injury. If they don't cut your purse, they may stab you up. If you think I'm swearing for the sake of swearing, I'm not. That is the technical term for that dagger, so enjoy. Really fine detail, once again, by Paul on that. And if I bring this in, the halfling is around 20mm to eye level. Very finely sculpted, with some nice little detail in there. Not overly dramatic or over the top. Just things like the half-shaved head with the hair coiffed over. The bollock dagger, obviously, a little purse filled with other people's stuff. It's just a really effective thief or rogue figure. Alongside her is our mage. So, clasping a crystal-topped stave and one hand out casting a spell, or telling somebody to stay back, or she's going to fireball their family. It could go either way with halflings, you don't know. Mages are obviously even more flighty than halflings themselves. Again, beautiful detail in there. Little locket or gemstone around her neck. And just very simple. So if you want to be a fancy freehand painter, you could go to town with the robes and the cloak. Or if you're more modest in your painting style, then you can just get a wash and a dry brush down and move on with your life. Obviously, some sort of red is key there. How did they paint them here? Yes, we went red with that one. And you can start to see some freehand around the back. Just think of her as a little halfling wrestling. Size-wise, she is going to be, I imagine, 20 as well. Just a little under 20. Not quite as tall as the thief, but hides it because of that cowl. So yeah, two absolutely adorable halfling fighters by Paul Hicks from Bad Squiddo. There we have it. Another pair of gems from Paul Hicks. I think every company out there likes to get Paul to sculpt at least something for the range, and Annie's managed to get two absolute corkers in these halflings. A lot of character, really delicate, refined sculpts, and they match beautifully well with my Westphalia halflings. So that's great news. But if you're after a pair of halfling characters for skirmish games or your tabletop games or even RPGs, then these are definitely ones to check out. There's a bundle of character in them and really, really fantastic sculpts. Let me know what you think below. Until next time, bye-bye.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.